Hi there, welcome back. So today's video, I want to show you just some trays that we've got in. They're from the online home shopping store. Beautiful sort of off-white creamy colour and this absolutely stunning, shocking pink colour. Imagine the lovely greens and tropical flowers you could put on that. And then here we go, we've got another one, slightly different design to the other two, again from the same place. And it's got a different edge to this one. These are all considered as trays. Just getting this one out the box. Can you see that? We've got like a ribbed edge to this. Now, these weren't ever so expensive. So they're good quality, but they're not the best of quality. Now, you may be wondering what else has she got there in front of her. These, at one stage in their life, were gift bags. Now, you can use gift bags that you've been given with gifts and things in if you wish, and you can upcycle or recycle them. These are just some that we bought. They were relatively inexpensive from a place called Homeware Design Co. They're like a sister shop of TK Maxx over here in the UK, and that's the particular range we've got there. I think it's something by Violet there. That's the other side of these gift bags there. It's quite a different and contrast colour. Heads up, I was going to use the lovely pink stone glass chips and the sort of off-whitey creamy stone ones, but I didn't in the end. So unfortunately, sorry, they're in this bit of the video, but I haven't used them. Another beautiful, beautiful design here. And as I say, I think the most I've ever paid for a gift bag was £2.99. And if you're going to, you know, do a bit mixed media project where you incorporate it into a tray or some coasters perhaps, or make a framed print or put it as part of a lovely wooden panel, then you're going to sell it, you're more than going to make your money back. So there's a few different designs there. And then this just last one here, very much almost a little bit like a ditzy floral, but not quite. And there we go. So excuse my cramped workspace area. I decided in the end to go with a variation of that one. You'll have to ignore me showing you the pink stones chips there. Right, we have the tray. Now, the only thumbs down moment of this was the fact that when I looked at it, in the corners there's a bit of cracking going on. Now remember, this is bought from an online home accessory store. It's not bought second hand. And look at the finishing. So the finishing in certain places is a little bit, could be a lot better actually. Let's just put it that way. So you've got, this is obviously where it's been glued together. There's also a bit of gap going on there underneath where if you're going to do a paint effect or you're going to pour resin in, you need to make sure that doesn't leak through, because that would be awful. But yeah, I'm just showing here with an very old micro brush that I have, which doesn't have a brush on the end anymore, that you could actually, there was enough of a gap that you could put the end of that tip down in between it. So you could, of course, roughly sand down the bottom of the tray, fill all the gaps and the edges and the holes, and then go back and repaint it or spray paint it even, to get a further different finish. Did actually do that in the end. I didn't show you that on camera. I don't think you really need to see that. And all I'm doing here, I've chosen the gift bag I'm going to use. I've already started to cut it up. Now I'm just trimming it to size. Now, obviously, there's 2 holes near the top there. And yes, if your tray is big enough, you can just do the whole thing. But you do need to then disguise those 2 holes. I just cut a bit more off the top, to be honest, and then trimmed it up a little bit further. I'm quite happy with that. I love the colorway they've used here. Now, there's a lot of Pantone colors. Now, by Pantone, it's the colors that are in season for this year. And it's like the blush pinks, the greens, some of the earthy tones, and the whites. Blues, pinks, and oranges, the orangey sort of colors are also in popular this year. It's said to be the in thing. Just showing you a bit of contrasting there. Now, as you can see, that beautiful piece of gift bag is smaller than the surface of the tray, which is fine. But so you've got a bit of an edging or a border all the way around all 4 edges. I was just trying to work out whether or not I wanted to use other pieces of the gift bag to incorporate it, to disguise those edges, but they're not equal. So I just thought, no, I'm not going to have the headache of trying to measure it all so it's equal and then find it's not, and then get annoyed. And you, when you're crafting, the idea is you relax and you enjoy the process and you don't get annoyed. So I'm going to use Mod Podge. Obviously, you can use the fixative that you've got. You could use PVA glue with a bit of water mixed in. I am not sure how PVA glue compares to Mod Podge. I've used both for different reasons, different techniques. I haven't used a lot of Mod Podge, so this was very much a let's see how this works. So just squidged a bit into a little plastic pot there. That was a yogurt pot, and using one of my favourite brushes. I love this brush. This is a flat brush. I don't know what its proper name is, I'm afraid. We did pick it up from Temu, so if you want to, then you can search the Temu site, or I'm sure you can find something similar online from other reputable companies, Amazon or hobby sort of places as well. So did 2 good coats of the Mod Podge across the surface of the tray, and then did my best to line up the gift bag print, and then just smoothed it down. Now this hasn't been sped up, this bit of the video, obviously you've already realized certain bits have. I took my time. Now imagine it like you're putting up a piece of wallpaper, if you've ever had the joy of wallpapering. It's okay if you've got lovely straight walls that are completely all level and plumb. In our house, in our home, no level. We've got no level walls, no straight walls. And they look straight, but when you come to put wallpaper up, then you realise no, they're not. But like you would with the brush, a wallpaper pasting brush, use your hands instead and just smooth out the air, because air is going to get trapped underneath that gift bag. Smooth it out to the surface, and then when you're happy, apply another couple of thin coats of the Mod Podge over the whole thing. And that's what I did there. Now this is 24 hours later, it's completely dry. It's got a little bit of a sheen to it, a little bit of a shine, but not much. Now, yes, eagle-eyed people will see I am actually applying a little bit of the silver deco colour pen, the paint from it, to little detailed parts of the print. Now, yes, there are some stone chips, some glass chips all around the edge. Please ignore those. Ignore me painting some of them as well, because I decided I didn't like that effect, so I removed them. As you can see in this shot, I have removed them. I just didn't like the effect at all, and I thought, I'm going to finish this and seal it with some clear resin. You're not going to see them. So I took them off and decided to go back to what I know best, and that is to try and blend the edges of the print into the base of the tray. Now I'm going to use some acrylic paint. This is Pebeo Studio Acrylics. We've got buff titanium, which is the creamy colour on the left, titanium white next to it, and then a magenta colour. Now it's just acrylic paint. I'm just gradually mixing bits in, trying to get a sort of very pale peachy pinky colour. I use various shades of this sort of colour and some of the white. This brush, I have to say, I have no idea why I was using this brush, because it's not the best brush. But if you've got a stencil brush, obviously mix up your colours and then use a stencil brush, or if you've got a little foam pad brush, just to go in all and around the edges there. So I start by just literally dabbing. It's a little dabbing, and we're going just over the edge of that print, or that piece of card, or I should say piece of the gift bag. So I've just zoomed out a little bit there. Obviously, as I said, bits of it have been sped up, and then I applied the other 2 colours, trying to clean up as best as I could as I went, trying to disguise it a bit. I will be honest and say that it wasn't as disguised in the finished piece as it could be, but I'm more than happy with it. I actually love the finished piece. If you've joined us today in the live chat, hello to everybody in the live chat. Give us a thumbs up. Have you done anything like this in the past? Have you seen some of the things we've done from our playlist? If not, have a little look on our playlist and you'll see some similar sort of things to this. So If you haven't subscribed to our channel, why not subscribe to it? It's free to do so. We're currently uploading one video a week, 5 p.m. on a Sunday. That's 5 p.m. UK time. And at some point or another this year, I promise we'll be going back to doing 2 videos a week. We've got a few things planned, lots of ideas. Can't wait to share them with you. And, well, as I said, like, share, subscribe, hit the notification all bell, the old thumbs up as well. And you'll follow us along with our journey, our creative journey. So here I am just going in with, I think I actually changed over to, this is a stencil brush, you will see it very quickly. And I'm just going over a little bit with a white, just doing the little dab technique and then trying to blend it, trying to disguise that border again. Now, obviously, when you do this, you might lose some of the detail of the edge of the print, like I lost a little bit here on the flowers and the foliage, maybe a little bit on the end of the bird's tail just there and so on. But I really, really like this piece. Now, I left that to dry, left it overnight, mixed up some resin. Now, this is not the resin we usually use. We'd usually use a brand called T-Expert resin. This is by, it's Apex resin, and I believe you can get it, if you Google Apex resin, you can get it. It used to be just, I think it's called Just For You Online Facebook group as well, I believe. Anyway, we'll put links to whatever we can, wherever possible. We will always link the products we use in the description box. If it's not listed with a link, then it's because it's either no longer available or it's not something that you can, like you said, you can get, or maybe it's local to the UK, or perhaps it's sort of just local to our little, maybe we've gone to a little shop local to us, a little independent retailer, and you know, they don't have websites and things like that. Sometimes you find that these days. So I'm just using a heat tool. I've poured all the resin into the middle, and it's very, 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 very thick. This is the Apex Pure Pro 1:1 mixing ratio. It's incredibly thick. However, it's used for top coats and doming. Using the heat gun helps to manipulate the resin to move it around. I did end up stopping with the heat gun and just manipulating, turning the tray as well. Now, the heat gun will help to get rid of any little bubbles that might be there, and that is it. Now, I just wanted to show you what this would look like. Now, this is a gold handle. I haven't put the handles on because, to be honest with you, I haven't found any handles I like for this tray. Obviously, you don't have to add handles, but I just wanted to show you it. I was just trying to get an idea of the size that you would need and whether or not you put them along the top of the tray or whether you put them on the sides of the tray, up to you. Now, this is the Deco Colour Chrome Paint Pens. We get these locally from a shop, and they've got an online website. It's called U Studio. That's U, it's in the letter U and the word studio. You can also get them from Amazon. Up to you where you get them from, but the U Studio shop is local to us here in the UK where we live, and therefore we nip down there rather than waiting a week or whatever for Amazon to deliver. But all I've done is gone along the very top of the tray. I thought it would tie in nicely with the little bits of highlights of silver that I've put on the, on the gift bag print itself. Now, these edges, trying to disguise these edges. I did do a bit of light sanding to start with. It didn't quite do the job I wanted. So I decided to go in with the silver pen again. Now, this was incredibly difficult to film. Incredibly difficult to film. So I'm doing my best here. Bear with, as it were. Bear with me. Just literally colouring up and down. I did go in with, I've got like, you can put a ruler down along the edge there so it stops you from going over into the next little ribbed detail part. And this is the finished shot. Apologies, you can see the reflection of my phone in the background filming it. But look at that. I mean, the Apex resin, the print on the gift bag, and the overall effect. It's literally like glass. So pleased with this. Very inspired to do more things like this. I want to do more things because I think at the craft fairs that we go to as a seller, they will sell well. I'm fingers crossed they will, but I think they will appeal to quite a lot of people because let's face it, even if you didn't want to use this as a tray, you could use it as a picture display. And because it's not a frame, like a traditional framed picture, you could put it on a bookshelf, you could put it on a window ledge, you could put some of the sticky, you could put hooks on the back of it and put it up on the wall. But I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here with us. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and we'll see you again in a week.